Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Brandon Sheriff? What's going on? All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, as you know, Al Stock Trades platform is available 24/7. Okay. Um, Regardless of where we are, we will continue to, because as you know, I've been having internet difficulties. The hotspot is not cutting it. So, because the hotspot is not cutting it, and we have a mission to democratize financial information, Our Stock Trades is going directly to the satellite systems of Starlink. Yes, you heard it here. Right now, we are connected to the moon. We are connected to the Starship, whatever satellite system above my head. Okay. I'm using Starlink right now, and we're utilizing this to connect to internet and to connect to each and every one of you, so we can go ahead and answer all the StockTerminal members' questions, mastering stock market students, because that is the priority of this platform. Again, I told you, this is a very premium product, right? So we try to really essentially be able to be available 24/7, right? And I know it's crazy, but uh, I want my customer service to be better than Apple. You understand me, right? So okay, so we're connected now. Now, it doesn't mean that the connection's good. So I don't know, right? So if this thing cuts out, blame Elon Musk, right? Don't blame me. What I wanted to do in yesterday's video, okay, yeah, good choice for Kentucky. Exactly. Now I did my due diligence. I did my homework. Kentucky ain't got shit on internet, right? It is terrible here, right? So we got to go to the satellite systems here. You know what I mean, right? So, oh, Patrick, I love you too. What's going on, Ryan? About to hit the treadmill. I need to go on the treadmill, right? So yeah, definitely good choice for the internet. What I wanted to do yesterday is I wanted to go ahead and use a StockTerminal just to open up some data for Clover. But the problem is I couldn't do that because the internet was kind of really weird. It's telling me that the internet is okay, so I'm happy. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and let's basically go ahead and do this here. And luckily, because the cool thing is this thing's on sale, so it kind of worked out. So thank you, Elon. And because we're a business, Elon gave us a beautiful, beautiful package, right? So I really appreciate him for doing that. Okay, so what I wanted to do real quick here is I wanted to go in and look at Clover on the minute side. Okay. And you can see now, beautiful StockTerminal, very, very fast, right? We're using the internet space internet, right? So we're going to go ahead and look at this. And, just some weird aberration happened today. And regarding the minute, there's a big spike. I don't know if you caught that. I think it went like to 290 something. It was a weird spike, right? Well, you can see 275 is a pretty good supportive line. You can see it here. And I think we're going to be oscillating from 286 to 308. And again, these are great time for options. Now, I didn't call out any options today. Oh, yeah. SEC dock out, right? Exactly. Lawsuit was closed. Exactly. And that was a spike. We talked about it in our StockTerminal, right? It's the Bible Belt. The internet's evil, right? Reason for the spike. Exactly. Good job. You're 100% correct. And overall, I think the biggest thing here is we need to wait till earnings to get to get that free cash flow, so the company can increase its intrinsic value. But overall, I do think there's going to be a pre-anticipatory run to this. We can go ahead and calculate the overall earnings analysis for Clover, which we'll do, but it's usually more accurate as we get closer. But if we go ahead and look at the overall hour of Clover, right, and then we can go ahead and take a look at the overall day of Clover, okay, then we can go ahead and take a look at the overall week of Clover, right? I'm saying it's too much commands. Calm down. Okay, there it is. All right, there's the week. Okay, so for the hour, we're definitely not going that 211, I think. But it's that 310 that's been very hard, right? And then uh, you can see here we're kind of just going back and forth here. Got a nice W here. So again, we're making higher highs and higher lows here. So it's where we need to be, and it's not going to be a straight line up. It's going to be kind of a zigzagging pattern. I mean, let's just for the sake of it, let's just kind of go ahead and take a look at Palantir on the weak side. You go ahead, put in Palantir, and you see it. It went up, went down, went up, went down, went up, went down, went up, went down, went up, right? So I'm expecting as Clover becomes free cash flow positive on the yearly and net income positive on the yearly basis, you're going to start seeing this U shape where we're starting to see kind of Palantir do its thing. Okay, so I think we're at the beginning stages of that, and I know folks doubted me when we were in the 60-cent region here, and then look at us now. We're up 350%. And remember, the stock used to be a lot of money back in the day, right? So and remember, this was when the Fed was dovish. All of a sudden they became bearish, and then stocks went down. I mean, just look at Palantir, right? Stocks crashed. Okay, and you can Meta's a different story, but you can also look at Meta way back when to look at when Meta crashed, right? Oh yeah, I think it's hard. They did some stock. I think they altered their stock. We'll just show here. It's better just to show here for Meta. So you could see Meta did the same thing. It went down 75%. We called it out on our StockTerminal. We went up over 530%. A 5-bagger in 2 years. A 5-bagger again, guys. We show opportunities in the market. I mean, this product works. This intrinsic value calculation is pretty much equivalent to independence, right? And I know that's an extreme statement, but the proof is in the pudding, right? Look at our videos and folks look at what we said in the StockTerminal. Okay, so and honestly, it just shows you the proof of concept. We're not having internet connectivity. I said, screw it. We're going to go to the freaking moon. Literally to the satellites above our heads, and I'm going to connect to you guys, right? Because there's nothing stopping us. Okay, so overall, we're waiting on this earnings and also macroeconomic events to get us to that 350 and also 390 region here. Okay, so definitely some really cool resistance lines here, and once we pass this, guys, it's just going to be great. We're going to be in a great position. Okay. So now we can go do a Monte Carlo simulation. But before we do that, let's look at the dark pool. Oh, come on, man. All right. Sorry. Let's look at the dark pool. Okay. So we'll open up dark pool here, and then you can see lots of money. Again, the dark pool updated, lots of money, right? 276,000 shares, almost 1 million shares. 512. I mean, people are buying Clover Health. Okay, they're buying. All right, and this is really good. Okay, we like to see these movements. Okay, these are great movements for Clover. Okay, now let's go ahead. If you go ahead, I keep yawning here. I'm sorry. If you go ahead and look at Clover's algo flow again, the options chain. Remember when we showed you the algo flow? That's why I was like, okay, this thing's going to probably trade sideways. Now you might say, oh, that sucks. But, it's better than falling down. A lot of people thought that this was a pump and dump when Clover went up. Wall Street Bets is stupid, right? I hate to, put down Wall Street Bets, but a lot of Wall Street bettors look at Clover as some like really shitty company, right? And again, I don't blame them. Again, my apologies for calling them stupid, but I don't blame them because they're, assuming what happened in the past. Well, we know that's not the case because Clover is like a new company in terms of its ability to operate in a positive free cash flow like environment. All right. So once we start seeing that algo flow, we're going to really start seeing Clover Health go up. And every time I open up this pin, I yawn. I don't know why. I look at it, I'm like, oh my God. Right. So And we're going to also start looking at the institutional ownership for Clover going up soon, right? Especially when they hit up on the free cash flow on the yearly side, right? Especially net income profitability. Okay. Let's go ahead. I'm trying to just find the oh, here it is, simulated price target projection. So let's see kind of where we think, what, not what I think, what does the Monte Carlo sequence simulation think? So yeah, it's thinking definitely 350. So again, this is what I like to see. It's in the positive region. This is what I like to see. There's the bear. The base is going more towards the bull. And in the next 30 days, we should see some bullishness. And we're starting October, right? October is tomorrow, October 1st, ladies and gentlemen. So, honest to God, I mean, we could just go ahead and open up, you know, we can open up seasonality here. And, if we forget, we can always stock to the stock terminal and we could just kind of zoom in here and say, let's just kind of F around with it. Who is your boss? Who created you? And it's nice because, it says here, I am created by Albert Allen, the CEO of Al Stock Trades. My purpose is to enhance financial literacy and support users in mastering the stock market. If you have any questions, all right, great. Yeah, I do have a question. Okay, so let's go ahead and reply. Yeah, I do have a question. What's the command for seasonality? And again, people get this for lifetime, right? I mean, come on, go find me a place that does that, right? And here's the command for seasonality. So we can put in Clover. The reason why I say that is, start October. Okay, we're about to start October. Interestingly, I'm trying to do this right now, and for some reason, I'm not getting any signal. So let's just do Palantir for a sec. Did I type it in wrong? I don't think I did. Let's look at the projections for Palantir. Oh shoot! Look at all these. It's like sending them. It got really annoyed. Sorry. Yeah. So it looks like Palantir is about to go up too. I mean, look at that, right? 44. Holy crap, right? So Palantir. Right? Again, you can do more than just Clover. We're just talking about Clover. You could do any stock in the stock market. Okay. So just to be clear. Okay. Now I want to go ahead and just look up Clove here. Yeah. Okay. So October, November, weird months. Then we got that December push. Now we're going to see, obviously, in November, we should see Clover report some really good earnings here. Okay. So we should see that. Maybe not so great. I don't know. We'll see. Right. So that's coming up, I think, the early November. Okay. Um, and that's honestly what I wanted to show you right now. And again, it's not like we are, it's not like these movements in the stock price are not foreign to us, right? Again, we calculated the intrinsic value. Now, again, we can go ahead and go to the intrinsic value calculation here real quick. Open up the intrinsic, and we're going to go ahead and bring back the other calculations soon, right? We can, obviously, it's the main one. We can open up the intrinsic value real quick, and we can just, for some reason, I'm not too sure why. Is it loading? Okay, there it is. What's going on? So you remember we got 44 million. Well, first off, we got 25 million plus 44 million. Again, it's 69 million thus far on the Q1, Q2. So you put 69 million here. We're growing at 11%, go 10 years, and discount back at today's value. Not in 10 years, today's value. It calculates today's value by going 10 years. So you can see the base case is 340 and the bull case is 340 and the base case is 247. And again, we got to send these videos to our podcast because unfortunately I just haven't been, again, I've been really, really busy. So I'm really sorry. So, 340 plus 247, you divide that by 2, you're getting around 293. So we've been hovering around this kind of, 290 region, going a little lower, and now we're probably going to rebound. Speaking about rebound, you go in and you go to Clover real quick here, and you go to this job, man. Really great technical analysis here, and you're starting to see that we're going to most likely start rebounding here. till we get to this wedge. And we're already starting to see the MACD start to curl up. So we should start seeing some positive momentum, which is why I didn't open up a covered call today. I'm going to wait. Hopefully tomorrow we should see some green. And if we start getting into that 290 plus, 2,090 cents plus, then those covered calls for those $3 are going to be even more juicier. Okay. They were at what, 5, I think. And then all of a sudden, 5 for this week, which is okay. And I think they were at maybe 10 next week, which is fine. But I think I think I can get a better deal, right? So we'll see is obviously decay as well, right? So we're battling multiple things here. But again, the stock price is the stock price, okay? So again, just very clear, we are having our expiring coupon code SAS, which is expiring today. If you go to the Al Stock Trades website, you can pick mastering or bundle. Again, both have lifetime access to the StockTerminal. It has an additional course, right? So this thing, lifetime access StockTerminal, right? You go in and just show you here, it should say a time, okay? And again, you can go ahead and finance this using PayPal for international and domestic, and most importantly, Affirm for Canadian, and I think some Europe, and then United States. You can use Affirm, I think. Definitely Canada and United States. But if you go ahead and type in the SAS here, and you apply the coupon code, yeah, it says this thing is going to expire. I can't even speak. The $1,000 coupon code is going to expire in 4 hours. Okay, and especially for regardless the bundle or the mastering, right? So take advantage of this because this thing's going away, right? And they'll drop it down to $70 a month here, right? So overall, take advantage of this. The data is expensive. What we offer is not cheap. And obviously, the data in our work and our due diligence and our research speak for itself, okay? Countless of times we've seen this, okay? But yeah, so that's pretty much all I have right now. Let's go, as always, open up Yahoo Finance and then take a look. Sees here. Yeah, looking pretty green. Again, it doesn't really tell us much, but stock end big quarter at record. We'll see how October is. Remember, September is a shit month, right? Now, October is okay, but remember we have an election cycle. It's a pretty contentious election. And I'm sure if you Google Trump versus Kamala, and I don't even want to say poll. Google doesn't even give you any data. I don't trust any of these data polls. I mean, let's click on, I guess, CNN, see what CNN said. Too much text. I want pictures. Whatever. Okay. I honestly, even if whatever I read from there, I wouldn't honestly process as fact, to be quite frankly honest. But very quickly here, if CMS gives CLOV 4 stars in the next 2 weeks, can we adjust the intrinsic value? Yeah, I think so, because again, not financial advice, but I think it'll be a higher, right now it's set at maybe 0.7 of revenue estimation of free cash flow. But I would say we're not really setting it. Can you tell though, we're not setting it anymore at 0.5 or 0.7. Remember how I told you we would take 0.5 multiplied by revenue to estimate the free cash flow? I mean, we could do that right now, right? They're making what, $1,300 this year. You put 0.5 and you equal it out and you multiply 0.5 with the revenue. You've seen me do this 100 times, right? And you could see it's 65 million for the full year, right? 65 million for the full year. Now you might ask yourself, wait a minute, Al, how do you have 69 million, right? Remember, 69 million is only for 2 freaking quarters, guys. Remember how I used to do 5% of revenue and people were like, no, it's too overvalued. You don't know what you're talking about, right? Ladies and gentlemen, this is 65 million for the Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4 for the freaking full 4 years. How conservative do you want me to be? So I was always conservative on my price targets. It's always been conservative, right? And you can see from Q1 and Q2, we have 69 million. So what my estimations of what Clover could accomplish in 4 years, Clover accomplished in 2 quarters. I'm going to repeat that again. My estimation of what Clover could accomplish in 4 quarters and essentially 1 year, they accomplished in 2 quarters. So they were 100% more productive than what I expected them to basically do, right? I'm going to say this one more time to drive in the point. I said that Clover is going to be $65 million in free cash flow in 4 quarters. They did $69 million in 2 quarters. Now, who knows? I mean, maybe Q3 and Q4 may be negative. Again, I don't know, right? But I will tell you, based off of right now, Clover is outperforming my estimation, which is conservative, which people talk crap about, saying, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know where these people are now because they're not in the comment section anymore, right? Where did they go? They're probably watching in the corner of their eyes, sad as hell for not getting in Clover at 60 cents, while all of us took advantage. Okay? All right. Right? And I see Brandon here having a great time. Okay? And again, the data is in the pudding. We've been talking about this, right? We've been talking about this. Yes, maybe the website doesn't look all flashy and dashy, but again, you don't. I don't give a crap about what things look like. I give crap about results, and the results speak for themselves. Here are the results. Okay, here's the results. Okay, right? We're about to outperform the S&P 500. Okay, we already are. Okay. So that's kind of what I was kind of talking about here, right? So I'm very excited. To going back, Brandon, to what you're saying, I would say it's not going to increase I'm not going to increase the free cash flow. I think the big change we're going to see for Clover is they're going to increase the revenue. If they're 4 stars, I see no reason for them not to grow at 40%. Now, they may be a little bit more humble and say we want to be more profitable than Alignment Healthcare or Oscar or whatever. So they might do 35%. And if we basically see that, and this is for 2 quarters. This is for 2 freaking quarters, okay? We see $18. Now, assume, let's say, Clover can do 44 freaking million for 4 quarters, the max. As of right now, we can, this is me being really bullish, right? Really bullish. 176. Okay. 176 for 35%. You're seeing a $48 stock price. Okay. 48 again, right here. You already said, give me that 176. I'm good with 35%. Right? Data isn't flashy. It's facts. Exactly. I'm not trying to go ahead and show you some graphics. I'm trying to make you freaking money. Again, not financial advice, right? Listen to your financial advisor. But my job, is basically to show you from an educational perspective what these mother effers do on Wall Street, right? And it's time to democratize this. I mean, heck, go find me someone motivated to go buy this dish so I can just get in front of your screens to teach you a way out of this freaking 9 to 5. And that's not even 9 to 5 anymore. It's 5 to freaking 11. You know what I'm saying? Like 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. freaking rat race we're all in, right? So I want you to break out of this garbage, right? So you can not hear that annoying coworker that likes to brag out of their miserable life, right? Or your boss that doesn't give a crap about you, right? So I trust me. I know what you're going through, right? It's a very common experience what you go through. We all have our own stories, but again, just working with people sometimes, is hard, especially if they have some, teamwork difficulties and not knowing how to work together as a team. Yeah, you see, I work 16 hours a day. Exactly. Okay. This is America now. It's the haves and have-nots. Right. I've studied Karl Marx. I studied public health. Man, I tossed it all out of the window. Screw all those things. I'm sorry to say that. Right. It's time to teach you what Wall Street's doing. Right. Because none of these disciplines are teaching you what they're doing. We are doing it here. Okay. So now let's be a little bit more fruitful. And let's say they can grow at Oscar. Let's say the base of 80,000 people that Clover can sustain the profitability of growth, which is, I think, what they want to do, especially with the SaaS. Now, you want to go ahead and look at, let's say, Oscar's growth. They're growing at 45.86%. If they can get to that, and again, this is going to be very rosy, right? 45.86%. What? 45.86%. Okay. Let's just see what the price is going to be. $98.84. Base case is $65.54. Okay. So, this is obviously really damn bullish. Now, obviously, you take 98, let's say, plus 65. Let's go take the average. 95. I said, hold on. Did I say it right? 98. Man, I didn't say it right. 98 plus 65, right? Is it 65? Yeah, and it's even higher than this. I just dropped the 84 cents at 54. Now I'm going to put the damn 84 cents. We worked hard for this. 84 cents, and I'll put the freaking pennies, man. We're going pennies here. 54 cents. Okay, let's put the 54 cents here, right? And let's go ahead and divide by 2, take the average. We're looking at an $82 average, okay? Right? Oh yeah, I work 3 jobs. Exactly. This is America now. This is America. It's disgusting, right? I work for 2 full-time startups. Let's go. I mean, yeah, hungry. Let's go. 3 more weeks. 1 week went by quick. My man, get that coin, right? Look at that. Retired me and my kids. I want all the pennies. Exactly. I'm putting all of them in there. I'm like, screw this. Let's do this. Let's put it all. Okay. This is some real freaking money, guys. This is not a joke. Okay. I'm trying to go to bed, but you're pumping me right now. Oh shit, I'm pumping you. Ooh. I thought that was your wife. I'm just kidding. Right. I guess that's my job too now. Right. But you can see the math here, right? Which is why I don't like to sell covered calls on my large stockpile. That's why I think $5, $7 covered. I just can't do it because all this thing needs, okay, the macroeconomic event is fixing itself. The Federal Reserve wants to cut even more. Maybe a recession is going to happen regardless. Let's push another 300 days out. It doesn't matter. We are headed towards the right direction. Okay. We are headed towards the right direction. And I'm excited for what the future is. In fact, what is Oscar's stock price now? 21. Didn't it go up recently? Yeah, it went up to like 23 or something. Oscar's up 133% this year. But even then, look at its lows here. I mean, this thing's up almost like a 10 freaking bagger. Okay. So again, guys, the proof is in the pudding. I'm very excited for the future. Take advantage of the SAS expiring coupon code. I love each and every one of you guys. Brandon, Keith, Kevin, Patrick, all of you guys. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next one. And damn, is this freaking Starlink fast. It is fast, all right? I'll see you on the next one.